everybody, and welcome back into another episode from Scarworld. And last time, well, we got this moss farm built, and we gave a friend of ours a gift. And apparently, no good deed on Scarworld goes unrewarded. If we listen carefully, you hear it? Ah, there it is. So there are a few pufferfish hidden around my base. So let's see. Ah, there's one. Yeah, this is going to be painful. I think another one is under here. So I'm going to grab some iron, make some buckets, and see what we're gonna do with these pufferfish. We'll come up with something. I mean, Beetle obviously liked them. They were definitely utilized. Yeah. Puffer OG. He even named them. Nice. Yep, we've got this finished. We'll hop into a time lapse of that while I take care of the rest of these pufferfish. Let's take a look back at how this was completed. And I gotta come up with something to give Beetle for these wonderful fishy friends. Alright, everybody. Well, that was fun. The ones around my chest monster here, yeah, those were painful. Thankfully, I don't have any deaths to pufferfish, and I think I've got them all. I'm not hearing any more poof poofs, so I'm pretty sure I got all of them. And Puffer OG, Stabby the pufferfish, Pokey. Why did you trust Beetle with me? Honestly, Fish, I'm asking myself the same thing. Why did I trust Beetle with you? We'll have to come up with something. And of course, Puff Daddy. Well, while we contemplate what to do with these guys in the future, and let's see, let's put them in here for now. I think that's gonna be a safe spot. Well, yeah, and we'll have to figure out a gift for Beetle, because this was awesome. It was so much fun trying to find all these pufferfish. It was like a regular Easter egg hunt, but Easter's over and it was way pokier. So, I'll have to come up with some ideas. Anyway, on to the next thing we need to get working on. And that is, unfortunately, I think I need to move that iron farm. My storage system is going to take up a little bit more than I was initially anticipating. Please don't be any more pufferfish over here. Nope, I think we're pufferfish free over here. So yeah, this is going to take up a little more space than I was initially anticipating. So I am going to bring it up this way, but I may need to move it this way a little bit. And then that means that this iron farm is probably going to be in the way. But that's okay. This is a very basic early game iron farm anyway. So we will just have to see what all happens with that. I'm going to have to design something to kind of work as a iron farm cover to go over it over here, but that may mean in the meantime I'm without an iron farm. So I'm going to let that run for a little while, get some iron built up. And, well, I've got some more shales in my shop, so I'm going to get to tree chopping, and I will bring you in when it's time to move that iron farm. Yay. Ooh, dark and spooky. Sorry. All right, everybody. Well, a quick interlude before we get into moving all of the villagers and the zombie for the iron farm, because, you know, mob moving is so much fun. I swear I'm not putting that off. But yeah, we're going to head over to the Wither Skelly farm real quick. And we are going to get ourselves some bones. Because I am in need of bones for my tree farm. So let's head over there. Alright, everybody. Well, that was interesting, wasn't it? So we got that part built. So now our auto tree farm is completely finished. And it's time to, well, collect some bone meal. But first... Ooh, it's loud in here. She's loud. We can just go get some skulls too. We got a skelly farm sword. But I'm going to disconnect from my body real quick. There we go. And show you the piglin that has my pants. Yep. There it is. Those were my pants. And he stole them. There we go. I thought it was so funny. Anyway, we are going to grab some bones from here. And so, get out of my way. I'm trying to talk it. So you don't have to listen to this wonderful sound of wither skeletons dying. I'm actually going to send you into yet another time lapse. I know. Right? 2 in 1 episode. Shadow must be crazy. But this is a build that we actually built over Scarworld stream weekend. So you'll have to maybe check me out on Twitch for when I live stream. I'm not very regular at it yet, but I promise you I'm trying to get better. Hold on a second. There we go. Anyway, we built this on stream, so why don't you check that out while I gather me up some bones for bone meal. Alright, everybody. Well, we're back from the Wither Skelly farm. We have a bunch of bones, which I've dropped off in our chopping area. And now let's take a look at that build we made. So, this is it. Oh, that was an interesting little lag spike. So this is where we are going to manually chop our trees. It's a little hard to get a good view of because I've made the streets a bit narrow because everything here is supposed to be a little cramped, a little narrow, a little built on top of each other. So, speaking of built on top of each other, the sheep farm is going to go right down here. And, yeah, I still need to move those villagers and move that, iron farm over to this side. And the number of times that I have passed this door and gotten jump scared thinking it was a creeper. Ugh, too many, guys. Too many. Way too many times. Anyway, we've got a couple more things that I really want to do before we wind up this episode. So let's see here. First of all, I'm going to need a shulker box. And here we go. Shulker box, shulker box. And some golden apples. Shulker box, shulker box. Shulker box? Nope, no shulker box. No, I should say no empty shulker box. Okay. Over to the chest monster. I think I've got a empty shulker in one of these chests. Oh, there it is. There it is. I knew I'd find it. Anyway, so now we've got to do this. So I got Fire Demon a couple tridents because he was struggling so hard to get them. So, yeah. Riptide, Unbreaking 3, and Mending, and then Channeling Loyalty 3, Unbreaking, and Mending. Oh, you know what would be funny to put in there? Some drown heads. Hold on, hold on. There we go. Some drowned heads. Perfect. Alright, so why don't we fly on over and give Fire their gift. See if I can do this. Alrighty, here we go. This is Fire Demon's area. He's been busy a bit underneath. So let's try... not face planting. Oh, hey, that actually worked out pretty good. Let's see here. I think this is one of his builds. This is his starter house. And, okay, he's completely emptied that out. So, let's maybe go over to this one. Doo-doo-doo. So, I guess we'll put it in here. Oh, be careful. He's online. See? He's right down there. Alright, so let's see here. Where are we going to hide this? Puppers? You can't tell, okay? Shh. Be very, very quiet. There we go. Hehehe. Let's see. Is it very obvious from here? Kinda yeah, kinda no. It's perfect. Okay. So, we've given Fire Demon their gift. Now, I've got something very special for another person on the server. So I'm gonna go get prepared for that, and I'll bring you back in. Okay, everybody. We're here. We're at Beetle's base. So, Beetle, you know, gave us quite a few gifts last time. You know, he gave us several lovely pufferfish friends. And, Beetle is currently not online, which is perfect. And it looks like he's been visited by a Died by Fire as well. But, you know, my thought is with this. Well, when you have somebody who's just been so sweet, I'd say let them eat cake. So we are going to have some fun spamming some cakes all over Beetle's base. I've only got a few sugar boxes of cake, you know, nothing big. So, yep. So this is what we are going to do. Let them eat cake. Alright, everybody. Cakeification is complete. We got some in the fire heart that died left. And just a few more randomly throughout Beetle's base. Good luck on the cake treasure hunt, Beetle. But it's time for me to get home. Alright, everybody. Well, we made it home, and I gave Beetle almost 4 full shulkers of cake. I think I was one short of them all being full. Isn't that wonderful, Mr. Puppers? Yeah. Beetle has cake. Cake for days. I fully expect retribution at some point in time, but hey, I didn't place any pufferfish in his base. Beetle did that to me to start with. So, you know, let them eat cake. And hopefully enjoy it. Anyway, that's all for this episode, and I can't wait to see you in the next one, because, boy, we accomplished a lot on this one. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy these videos. I'll check you out next time. Bye!